Welcome to today's presentation. My name is Alice Hogue and I'll be your instructor. Over the course of the next 6 months, you will hear me say that before every webinar. And I just wanted you to be able to connect a voice to a face. So this is my opportunity to introduce myself and to also introduce the course. Let me say from the beginning that if you are new to online courses, don't worry, everyone's new to online courses. So I have a Canvas platform is the platform that we use for this online course, and I have a separate video for that just below this one. So that should familiarize you with the Canvas platform and how you use it. We will have webinars in every week. The course is divided into 4 weeks. And so every week there are about 2 webinars per week. Sometimes it's a documentary or a mini documentary, but there's at least 2 hours of viewing every week. And after the viewing, then there's also other things that you need to do. But what I want you to do after a webinar is I want you to view it in its entirety, and then I want you to go to the discussion forums and I want you to answer a question. I do this for 2 reasons. One, I want to generate class discussion. You know, if we were in a face-to-face classroom, I could ask you questions and you could answer my questions. But in an online class, we have to rely on these discussion forums. So these are usually just opinion questions that I'm trying to generate discussion, and also want you guys to get to meet each other and to know each other. This is a very small industry and networking is key. So that's another reason I want you to take advantage of those discussion forums. So you need to respond to the question and then comment on the post of 3 of your other fellow students. So that's what I want you to do after every webinar. You will have a final exam in this class. The final exam is the last week of the month, and it is on the Tuesday, starting on the Tuesday of that month and ends on that Saturday, that week of that same week. So it's a pretty good chunk of time for you to take that final exam. Now, I want everyone to make 100 on that final exam. Don't worry, I will let you take the exam twice, and it's going to be the exact same questions. This is to give you an opportunity to figure out the answers to the questions that you didn't know. Do some research. That's really the best way for you to learn it. I'm more interested in you learning the material than in you getting a grade. So do that and then come back in and take it a second time, and hopefully you'll get a 100 on it the next time. You're also going to be graded on the class projects. We have class projects, we have field trips, and we have virtual field trips. So let's start with a field trip. For example, in course 1, you will have to go to the county courthouse, and I'm just trying to get you to become familiar in the county courthouse like you are in your office, comfortable. And so I want you to go to the county courthouse, and I want you to talk to the county clerk, and I want you to figure out how the records are arranged in your county courthouse. So I have the instructions under the assignments tab, but that's the general idea. And then you write a paper on that. So I'm trying to just get you familiar. Landmen spend a lot of time in courthouses, and so I want you to be very comfortable there. That's an example of a field trip. A virtual field trip is in one of the courses I have you view a tour of an oil and gas well. It's called the Booth number 1A well. And I want you to view that video as if you are getting a personal tour of an oil and gas well, and I want you to write a report on the major components of that oil and gas well. That's an example of a virtual field trip. An example of a project is, for example, in course 1, we have you do a worksheet on legal descriptions. I go over how to do legal descriptions, and then I want you to turn in a worksheet that I prepared to make sure that you understand how legal descriptions work. You have to understand legal descriptions to be in this business. So that's a foundation course. So that's examples of a field trip, a virtual field trip, and a class project. Okay. I just want to say that I'm available to you. I consider myself to be on call for you. You may call me between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. and you may text me anytime. I will try to respond to your text, emails, or voicemail within 24 hours. So if you have any confusion or any questions at all, please let me know. Finally, I want to say that this course is designed for working professionals. So I understand that there are times when you will have a conflict between a deadline in the course and a work deadline. Please let me work that out with you. I am very flexible. I understand that work comes first, so we can always work something around that. Also, for example, this month's field trip, if you don't have a county courthouse nearby or you're not able to get off at your lunch hour or any time to go and do the report, let me know and we can find a work around that as well. Finally, I just want to say that it's not lost on me that the reason that you are taking this course is because you are wanting to provide for your family. So I take that responsibility very seriously, and I want to make sure that by the time you finish all 6 modules, you will be prepared to be an excellent landman or land professional. Thank you for signing up for the course, and I look forward to seeing you in the first webinar.